Alright, busy weekend ahead of us. We got college football tomorrow, pro football on Sunday, and we got the league championship series throughout all of it. So let's talk about that a little bit. Let's lead off with Saturday, the Huskies hosting Oregon State, who I think they're like 24th in the nation or something like that. I think I heard that earlier today. I'm not positive, but um, I listened to the radio a little bit, and I heard some people talk about the game, and I don't think I see it. Now, I will say that this Washington team, they've surprised me before. They surprised me last year with some of the wins that they got, like I think against Cal in the last game of the year, against USC. If you look at some of the other games they played, you'd think that they'd have no chance of doing anything in games like those. So, I look at this as an opportunity for us to make up for the bad loss last week, because that was a game we really, on paper, had a good opportunity to win, and we didn't. So, if you look back at week one, that was a game that we really had an opportunity to win and didn't. So if we can sneak out wins against USC and some other really good team like this Oregon State team, that'll put us back where we more or less belong. And this is a team that is capable of doing that. But I just don't see it. Both teams have problems right now. I think Oregon State's not going to have James Rogers. We have some problems of our own. Jake Locker's not going to be 100%. I think Aguilar, I don't know what's going on with him. We got a couple of other issues. And, with our defense not being able to force turnovers against Arizona State, I don't know if we're going to be able to do that against Oregon State because, they protect the ball as well, as good as anybody. So ultimately, I have to say, this team, I don't want to count them out of anything either way, but I do not see it tomorrow. I think we're going to get physically outmatched, and I think it's going to be a high-scoring game, something like 40 to 35, something like that. But I think it's going to be... I don't see us pulling this one out. If we do, we'll be kind of sort of back on track, 3-3. If we win this game, I think we will be back on track for 6 wins in a bowl game. If we don't, I think that's pretty much it. As of right now, I think we are out of the bowl picture, and for us to get back in it, we need to upset somebody, and that starts with a team like Oregon State, because it's going to be very hard, if not impossible, for us to beat teams like Oregon down the road, because we face some pretty good teams as the games go along, and we have to play a lot of those games on the road. And we don't get it done on the road. So I don't really expect to win tomorrow, but I'm going to give them the opportunity to impress me. I'm going to watch the game tomorrow and see what they have. But as of right now, I don't really expect it. Sunday, going to Chicago off the bye week. I'd love to use that bye week to our advantage. And, maybe we will, but, I've had some bad things to say about the Bears after what they did in the Meadowlands, or the new Meadowlands. But they are good. They have a good defense. They get after the quarterback with their front four. They force turnovers. Their offense, I do think they can run the ball, and, they have the ability to adjust mid-game on what you're doing. They have the ability to move the ball in a multitude of different ways. They are good. They are just limited by a really horrendous offensive line. And if I thought this team was particularly good, I'd say, yeah, we're going to take advantage of that awful offensive line, and we're going to pummel this Bears offensive line and, rack up 6, 7 sacks and find a way to sneak out the upset win. But, Jay Cutler coming back from his concussion. If I really thought this was a good team, I'd be saying, yeah, we're going to take advantage of the fact that Cutler's coming off the concussion. We're going to pick him off a couple times. He's going to do some dumb things, and we're going to take advantage of him. And I do expect those things somewhat, in the sense that I do expect Jay Cutler to do some dumb things he wouldn't usually do because he's coming off the concussion. And I do expect us to get after him because of the poor Chicago offensive line, but this team has already shown in years past and so far this year that it's a whole different game on the road. Things just don't happen for us on the road, and we don't make things happen. So I cannot pick them on the road anymore unless, we're playing the Panthers or the Bills or the 49ers or something like that. Or, they can show me something by winning one of these road games. Now, this game does present us a unique opportunity to sneak out maybe our one road win of the year that, puts us in solid playoff positioning. But that being said, they are still a pretty good team, I think. Like I said, limited, but they still have a lot of good things going for them. And, when I'm talking about we have some things going our way, Cutler could just go out there and have no idea what he's doing because he's coming off the concussion and throw 6 interceptions or, something like that. And that's in play, I think, more than it would usually be because of the concussion. But it's hard for me to envision a scenario in which Chicago doesn't find a way to do just enough. I can see us hanging around in this game, but it just seems like on the road it's tough for me to see a victory. So, yeah, I'm probably going to pick Chicago. Yeah, I am going to pick Chicago this weekend. So it's not going to be a fun weekend for me if my predictions pan out. Hopefully one of my two teams can surprise me, because I think both have the capacity. The Bears have obvious weaknesses, especially with Cutler off the concussion. Oregon State is not a complete juggernaut or anything. They're not any better than USC was when we beat them. So, it's all in play, but I just hope we go out there and play well. Really, if you look at our games on the road this year, the Denver game, we didn't play poorly, but we made a lot of mistakes. And the St. Louis game was a disaster. Forget winning on the road. Let's just play well on the road once. So, I'd be satisfied with that. But, we are going to have 6 more opportunities to get a road win. If we get one road win this year, that could be enough to push us in the playoffs, because we are going to be pretty good at home, I think. So, yeah, we just got to find a way to eke out that one road win. And, every game we play on the road is just an opportunity to score that. But yeah, that's what I'm seeing right now. Let's try and make it a game going into the fourth quarter and give ourselves an opportunity to swing the game on a turnover, because you just don't know. But real quickly, the league championship series, the Yankees just finished, beating the Rangers. I don't know. That was a weird game. The Rangers controlled so much of it, and then the Yankees just controlled the last 2 innings. But it would really. It serves the Rangers right, really, looking at the stupid things that they did do in that 8th inning. But my predictions for the league championship series are Yankees in 4 and Phillies in 5. I think both favorites are going to wipe the floor with the underdogs. So that's what I got. I'll see you guys later.